So these are like my plants now. I have no idea what's growing in this pot because this one's really spanning out now that it's in a big pot. When it's in these smaller pots, they don't actually grow so well. It's when they're in the bigger pots, like this was heaps, like really struggling until I put it in this big pot, and now it's like filling out the pot really. I know it's hard to see because of the sunlight, but it's getting a lot bigger, and I'm like, oh. So same with this little plant down here, it's getting a lot bigger, and this one I'm sure is some sort of tree, but I don't know what this is, but it looks like a pretty good plant there, but heaps of seeds didn't actually grow, and that poor little chili plant died when it was outside. It was doing a lot better as an indoor plant. This is, I don't know what this is. It's some sort of weed. This one I'm expecting to flower sometime. Don't know when, and if it does, I would expect invisible flowers. But some of that's like spearmint. This is spearmint, so just put spearmint in there as well. These are all trees, I'm sure. These tall plants. So these are all from the same batch of botched seeds. So it wasn't actually. There were seeds for something that other than what they were supposed to be, which was like an invisible. Oh, I don't know what it was. It was for some pretty plant, and I think it was geranium or something. And I ended up with all these trees, and I'm like, I don't know what kind of trees they are. But I think I've gotten these sorts of seeds before, and these things that are trees are supposed to be like a big tree or something, but I don't know. I've never actually grown them. Before I had to sort of snip them while they were young to ensure that they wouldn't grow, but I'm just leaving them to grow. I don't know what they'll look like in the future, but yeah, they're just getting bigger and bigger until I realize they're probably a tree. They look like gum trees, but they're from China, so they shouldn't be gum trees exactly, but it could be redwood or something weird. But I've also got like forget-me-nots there. They've grown up, and that's I think it's zinnia or something down there that's growing well too. So all these plants need some water today. But yeah, I've got a real combination of things, like those things that look like trees. This was another botch seed that was in the same sort of packet. And I have no idea what kind of plant this is. It just seems to be some, like a weed, but none of them really seem to have flowers on them yet. But if they ever do, hopefully they're pretty, so. Yeah, so that's sort of my plant updates. They don't really look like much, they just look like a lot of green. But when they start growing flowers, they'll look a bit like better. Have more purpose on them. Be like, oh, I've grown them for something, and then not just bits of green.